United States Armed Services that we are about to honor is Lance Corporal Juan Antonio Gutierrez. And this is the photo of Juan Antonio when he was a little boy, an orphan, and I'll be more specific in a minute, to the time that he put on this uniform of a United States Marine. He was the first member of the United States Armed Forces killed in Iraq. He was not a citizen of this country. Marine Lance Corporal Jose Antonio Gutierrez, like most Guatemalans, was born into poverty. He was orphaned in 1983 at the age of 9 and taken in by Casa Alianza, or Covenant House, in Guatemala City. The causes and dates of his parents' death are unknown to us today. For the next 10 years, Lance Corporal Gutierrez led a tragic and tumultuous life, bouncing from the orphanage to the street and back again. His adulthood, like his childhood, was characterized by hardship. He worked for a time in a maquila plant, a sweatshop, operating a sewing machine. Even as a single person, making ends meet at such a job was incredibly difficult for this young man. In early 1997, Lance Corporal Gutierrez made a decision to travel to the United States to seek a better life. He arrived in California, an undocumented immigrant. He attended North High School in Torrance, California. In March 2002, Lance Corporal Gutierrez enlisted in the United States Marine Corps because he wanted to become a citizen of this great country. He was assigned to the 2nd Battalion of the Expeditionary Forces of the United States Marines 1st Division. Lieutenant Corporal Gutierrez was killed a year later, close to the city of al-Qasr in southern Iraq, on March 21, 2003. He was 28 years old. This man's sacrifice, the first life laid down in the sands of Iraq on behalf of the United States, is testament to the belief of immigrants in the promise of America. It is a symbol of patriotism, of commitment to defending a dream that we all share. In May of last year, according to the United States Citizenship and Immigration Service, nearly 69,000 foreign-born soldiers, 5% of the entire military that are on active duty, 5% are foreign-born. Can it be said of these immigrants that they are a threat to our national security? Clearly, no. They ensure our national security. Can it be said that these immigrants threaten American workers? Clearly, no. They ensure that American workers can go to their jobs in peace. Can it be said that these immigrants, that they threaten the safety of our communities with drugs or violence? Again, clearly, no. They are the pillars of their communities when home and defenders of their communities when abroad. Why then have so many in this debate over immigration missed the contributions those brave individuals make to the peace, the prosperity, and the security of our country? Do examples of immigrants' courage and sacrifice are as those acts of violence some use to characterize an entire immigrant population? In their heroic service, is it anecdotal in the larger discussion about the contributions of immigrants in our society? Once again, I hardly believe so. 1 out of every 20 soldiers in the United States military was born outside the United States. 2 members of an average platoon immigrated to this country and now serve us all honorably. What more can we ask of these young people? Lance Corporal Gutierrez not only gave his life for his adopted country, he was the first to do so in that war. What more can we ask of immigrant parents when they have already given up their brave sons and daughters for the defense of an adopted homeland? Mr. Speaker, these immigrant soldiers are among the most prominent faces of immigration today, but they are not uncharacteristic of the larger immigrant population. They represent the honest work ethic, the ambition, and the patriotism characteristic of immigrants of all national origins and across all eras. They represent the frontier spirit that built our country and continues to bring the best the world has to offer here to our shores, to the United States, in pursuit of our common American dream. At this time, I would like to recognize a dear friend, a colleague, the Dean of the Texas delegation, Congressman Solomon Ortiz of Texas.
Thank you, Charlie, for